Adelaide. Oh, sorry, that's in Barville. So bear with me for a few notes. Right. I thought actually we might start just with a very, very brief, relaxing pub quiz. But in this case, it's a posh pub quiz about the year 1968. Question 1. Who won the Football League First Division title? No answer. Manchester City. So who did they beat? Newcastle. On the last day of the season, that was. Next question. Who came second in the Eurovision Song Contest?
Manchester City.
Some guy called Cliff Richard. And what song? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, well, that's another story. We'll get on to that. Anyway, to progress to an even more important event in that particular year, Penny and I were married the day after graduation from university, July the 13th, 1968, having met on the first day of Freshers' Week, 3 years earlier, so I didn't waste much time. The rest, as they say, is history, and most of the history is what you've been looking at over here and what we continue to look at. Thanks, Oliver and Philip, for putting all that together. So, we just want to thank you, my wife and I seem to remember from years ago, saying thank you for being here on this special day to celebrate with us. And also, more importantly, for your love and support all these years. Now, I'd like to ask my brother-in-law, Karen, to say grace. Karen is the pastor of the... All right. Right, okay, Karen.
That's true.
Before I do
Right, I'm going to talk closer to the microphone, hang on. Hello? Right, before Karen says grace, I've just got a few things to say, if that's alright. So you can sit down. That's my speech now. Right, so thank you again for everyone, to everyone for coming. Anyone who went to our wedding 8 years ago, Liz? 8 years ago will know that I love a microphone and I love a speech. So thank you for coming today and joining my mum and dad with their special celebration. It's great to see so many of their close friends and family here. I just wanted to say a few words. I remember my grandma and granddad's 50th wedding anniversary in Manchester in a hotel similar to this. I think it was 86, and right back then that was the last place I wanted to be. I didn't enjoy that evening at all. I think I feigned illness and stayed in the room all night, but I wouldn't have missed this for the world. Emmy and I are so lucky to have such amazing parents who've stuck with us through some very happy times. Stuck together through some very happy times and some bumpy bits along the way on this 50-year journey. We're eternally grateful to have been brought up in a loving and stable family environment, although we were both... Hang on.
He's inherited this sort of hesitation.
Although we were... I did this in no time at all, a few nights ago. Sorry, it does show, very unprofessional. Although we are both late starters, we are very pleased to have given them some lovely grandchildren. There are 4 lovely grandchildren, maybe 3. Let's just say some grandchildren, to keep them feeling young. Not that they need any help with that. My sister would like to say a couple of things too. Oh, yes, sorry.
So, whilst we have those firm foundations, your zest for life rubbed onto us, and you've inspired us to grab life with both hands, to seize opportunities and to have adventures. Having a mum who's a language teacher, from a young age we were lucky enough to get to travel. And I remember how excited we were to get to go on a plane for the first time and go to Seville at the age of 6 and 8. I remember how keen Oliver was to try out the local sangria one evening, and he got rather tipsy that night. Many trips followed, but Mum and Dad were never ones to stand still. They were always keen to discover and show us new places. No matter what path we chose, you've always encouraged us and supported us. When I had the opportunity to go to Ecuador for 6 months, you were excited for me and you both flew out to visit me and got to experience your own South American adventure on the Napo River, which really was the trip of a lifetime, though you were relieved to get back onto dry land. When I started my business, you really believed in me, and you've been there to cheer me on every step of the way, even becoming experts at putting together trade show stands and being my salespeople on occasion.
So we now know, as parents ourselves, that your job was to put us on the right path and give us the skills and the positive attitude that we needed to be successful, to teach us all the lessons that we needed to be taught. And I'd like to assure you, Mum and Dad, that we now understand you have taught us well, and we have learned the lessons you wanted us to learn. We have absorbed the values and qualities you've shown us, and are now mostly responsible adults. I could talk for hours about this lovely couple, but I will keep it brief. Sorry, there is more. Mum, you are an inspiration. No, this is brief. You are the most positive thinking, intelligent, smart lady I will ever meet, and I cannot begin to describe how many things you've done for me. I'm so pleased that you're a language teacher at a girls' school. You got me out of a few scrapes, like when you texted me the French for I would like to return these snow chains, but I've forgotten my receipt. But the thing that sticks in my mind is being dragged along on the 1986 skiing trip, where I was the only boy in a group of 40 young ladies. And with my two little treasures at peak monkey factor, I now know how we must have driven you to absolute despair when we were younger, fighting constantly in the back of a red Renault 4, all the way to south of France. It seemed like every summer. You did very well to make it this far, and you must have been delighted when I went to university. Thanks for teaching me my mixed DIY skills and not to be afraid to stretch myself. You've also remained so positive during recent health issues, and it's left you as the only person I know with a radioactive half-life. So I'm sure you'll agree they're a wonderful couple, and it remains for me to say enjoy the afternoon and put 13th of July 2028 in your diary for the Diamond celebration. So can I have a quick toast before we got drinks? We'll do a toast later. So I'm going to hand it to Karen to say grace. Thank you.
Oh God and Heavenly Father, you ordained marriage as a pattern for us, for our lives. So we give thanks to you that we are now gathered here to celebrate 50 years of marriage. We do thank you for Bernard and Penny. We thank you for their love and commitment to each other, and their children and their grandchildren. And we ask that you will continue to bless them and their marriage. And now we ask you to bless, we give thanks for the food we're about to eat, and thanks to those who have prepared it. And we ask that you will bless this food to us. Amen.
Just down to earth for a moment. I was the younger brother. No. I was the younger brother. Hello, everybody. I'm Michael. And Penny would occasionally, when forced into it, take me out somewhere. So I remember a time going fishing down the local brook, and she was with one of her friends. I'm not sure whether she was. But I used to enjoy going to catch sticklebacks, but she led me deeper and deeper, and in the end the water flowed over the top of my belly. And I was distraught.
You were the one who got into trouble.
Absolutely. You dodged and weaved, but lovely to see you today. Great. Nice to have a party, and what a lovely opportunity to do so. Megan, I understand that you have produced a little project here. So I'm going to distribute these around the table. These are hearts. And we have a chance of writing something to Penny and Bernard on the heart. Do you want to come round and distribute them with me?
Preferably a large check.
Want me to come with you, Megan?
No chance of it. It's all right, no, don't worry. So if I leave one of these
Just
there,
passing it round.
and when you've filled it, you can...
Has anybody got a pen? Michael, there's pens in there.
Pens are in
Oh,
here.
wow.
Oh, look at that. Thanks, Mark.
Well done, Megan, you've thought of everything. Yeah.
Michael, do you want me to help? I don't want to hold anything up, so if there is a...
Lifetime essay about the lovely Penny Burnett, feel free to. There are sizes.
Oh, Megan thought that this was a better
Megan,
idea.
that's a lovely idea.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I totally missed that.
Why is it some red cards?
Do you know what they say? Well, I think you should have the red wine fire in the water and the I've got a pen.
Oh, it's just delicious.
Would you like some fish?
Just no.
Let it, of course.
Just how I room in the hotel. Oh, look, I see lots of cars around.
And every night since, eh?
Oh, that's even more interesting.
Every night since, yeah.
Right, which way round were we?
My lens isn't that wide angle,
Have you got
so...
my better side?
Penelope, I need you on Bernard's shoulder,
this chair
alright?
Look up this way.
Penny,
Perfect. I've got the other one. Yeah, we're going in. Me too.
Going in.
going in.
Oh,
We're cutting the ribbon. Never mind, don't matter.
you won't be able to use it for 60 if you cut it, will you?
Send out a save to date now.
You like your parties?
We had to put it round twice because the other one was so much bigger.
Right, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
We're lucky to be having fruit cake.
What's this, a second stab?
There's another
Could you look like you're enjoying it? That's... Oh.
I just think I need the chainsaw.
Right, next one.
How many people we got?
How many?
Who's having cake? 2, right, that's
Bren's got her hand up. She wants half of it.
Come on, let's have a round.
The other half.